Hi, my name is Cecil Ortega, and this is a special news briefing. Let's get into it. Yeah! All right, yeah! Let's get pumped up. Are you pumped up? Let's get pumped up, everybody, for truth. Holla! Let's get the party started, and we're going to get the party started first with the truth. And tonight, I have a special bombshell just for you. That's right. I'm here to shatter the lies in your mind. And I got a bombshell to reveal to you right now. Let's get into it. Yeah, baby. Let's go. All right. Now, the bombshell that I have for you, it's a big one. I learned this information back in 2015, but you know what? Not enough people caught on to it. Let me repeat that. Not a lot of people caught into the bombshell that I'm about to reveal to you right now. Are you ready? I learned this back in 2015, and I'm sharing it to you right now. And here we go. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? All right, here's the bombshell. Nuclear weapons are not real. Nuclear weapons are not real. You say, what about Hiroshima and Nagasaki? It wasn't no nuclear weapons that hit those two cities in World War II, Japan. No atom bomb. I'm sorry. Nuclear weapons are not real. Let me repeat that for you. Nuclear bombs, as in atom bombs and or nuclear bombs, are not real. That's right. Governments are lying to you. Why? To scare you so that you do not stand up. That is why. They scare you with a nuclear bomb. You know the government is crazy enough to drop a bomb in a city and destroy everybody. So you don't stand up to that government, do you? They got nukes. They got nukes. They got nukes. I don't do no nukes now. Y'all sit down when you should be standing up. Nuclear bombs are not real. And you say, well, there's some kind of bomb there. They're kind of big. They're big. It's like dynamite. Dynamite is big. You see dynamite, you say, okay. I mean, they got bombs big enough to blow up the Twin Towers. You know, they obviously put explosive inside of the two towers in 9/11, and the third little building is Building 7 or whatever. So they got bombs big enough to demolish buildings, to make them fall down in less than 9 seconds. So, I mean, bombs are pretty fair size, dynamite and bombs and stuff. I mean, it's kind of like it makes sense. There's no bomb that does not make sense. Let me put this a different way. Like technology, every technology we have, like this computer, it's amazing. Like if you were to break down what a computer is, you would say it's amazing. Like if you actually had the comprehension to like break down what a computer is, it's fucking simply amazing. A computer is an amazing product. A television, amazing. A microphone, amazing. A cell phone, amazing, right? These are amazing products that you take for granted. But if you were to break it down in your own head, you would come to the conclusion that they are amazing, right? Get this. A nuclear weapon is impossible because you cannot get an explosion bigger than what the technology allows. So you can't like do something and then like splice two atoms together and make a bigger explosion because it like doubles the oxygen or some stuff. They got y'all believing in Oppenheimer and you know all the Auschwitz and all the Nazi Germany soldiers that they recruited in Operation Paperclip after World War II. That these were some masterminds. They got you believing that they were the masterminds. And these masterminds found a way to split an atom. And they split this atom. A figment of your imagination, by the way. I had a philosophy teacher in college who told me the truth about atoms. Atoms are not real. Anyway, so going back here, they spliced an atom, and the atom it did more output, and boom. No. See, this is the deal. Technology always makes sense. So, yeah, I could break down this toxic computer and be like, it's amazing. It's amazing what the architects did with this computer. Amazing on one hand. If you were to break it down honestly, you'd come to the conclusion it's amazing. On the other hand, you would also come to the conclusion that things toxic. It has mercury in it. It's toxic. It has radiation. It's toxic. You know, there's some 5G shit. It's toxic. You know, they got some toxic shit going on too. It's not like it's a clean computer. It's not a clean computer. It's not a clean computer. That's just the fact of the matter. It's not a clean computer. Like the government, the U.S. government, the marketplace, the private sector, they did not give us a clean machine so that we can use on a daily basis. You know, this microphone could have some weird radiation shit on it. We don't know. We do not know. Especially us normal people, you know, regular day people. I mean, I've done some research and stuff. I know a thing or two, you know. I know that some cell phones have less radiation than others. I've done personal research on this, come to this conclusion. But understanding technology is very basic. There's one basic understanding when it comes to technology, including weaponry that the American government uses. And nothing out that exists in technology can't make sense. All of it makes sense. So, I mean, if you were to break down a computer on another way from a technical aspect and you understood every component that went in the computer, then you'd probably look at the computer as something very low. Like you would look at it as obsolete. You probably wouldn't look at the computer as something amazing. You look at the computer the other way as something, you know, we just do this and we just do that. We put these cables together and we create a circuit board. And, you know, every circuit board has an output and the output has a program. And in the program, it makes the thing happen and then you're happy. You know, you'd look at it like that. Well, the same with bombs. Bombs are the same way. You know, yeah, you do some of this. Yeah, you do some of that. It falls on the ground and it explodes. But you have to understand this. In order for it to fall on the ground and explode, it's a technology, meaning it makes sense. Nuclear weapons are not real. Why? Because it doesn't make sense. You cannot create an explosion bigger than the amount of resources that is inside the bomb. So everything inside of a bomb is accounted for. Everything inside of the bomb, whether it's a quote-unquote nuclear weapon or it's just a regular fucking weapon or whatever kind of weapon, everything in its existence is accounted for. It's what makes it explode. It's accounted for. You know, there's certain amount of explosion that exist in that technology. So a bomb has a certain amount of explosive that makes it a certain size when it explodes. So there is no way of cheating this law because you are only able to account for what is actually inside of that bomb. There is no atom splicing because atom splicing doesn't exist. We say, well, Oppenheimer, the guy who created the bomb, the Operation Paperclip guy, he believed it. No, he didn't. No, he did. If you watch the bomb explosions very closely, it doesn't look like it's that big. You have to go back and watch that old ass footage of supposed atom bombs exploding and break down the footage of, wait a minute, that thing wasn't that big. That thing wasn't even a mile. You know, you got to break it down. You got to look at it with the real eyes. And when you start to look at that footage with the real eyes, you start to realize something, that maybe somebody's pulling the wool over my eyes. Maybe somebody wants me to believe in nuclear weapons because it makes me scared that there's a really big bomb capable of blowing up one city. That one bomb has the capability of blowing up an entire city. Like, that's the shit you need to get out of your head. All right? You got to get that shit out of your head. Regardless of where you are, who you are, why you are, you got to get that shit out of your head. That one bomb is big enough to blow up or destroy an entire city. Like, that's some get some shit out of your head shit. You got to get that shit out of your head. Because it ain't real. Hiroshima and Nagasaki was performed by multiple aircrafts. There were multiple aircrafts with multiple bombs bombing that suburban neighborhood called Hiroshima and Nagasaki, because that's what it was. It was a suburban neighborhood. They were killing innocent women and children and men. All right? And they were bombing a suburban neighborhood. So your neighborhood, you could live in the ghetto. You could live in a nice neighborhood. You could live in a rich neighborhood. Imagine a bunch of planes blowing up your neighborhood. That's exactly what Hiroshima was. The same shit. Just blowing up the neighborhood. That's all they did. Hella ships, got the aircraft, blew up that shit. That's what happened. It made the Japanese not stop wanting to fight because they were like, you people are disgusting. You couldn't beat us on the ground, so you had to bomb some kind of suburban neighborhood, nigga. Nigga, fuck you. That's exactly what the Japanese did. They said, nigga, fuck you. Fuck what you want. You couldn't beat us. You couldn't beat our soldiers. But you gonna bomb our neighborhoods? Like, what kind of disgusting beast are you? Like, that was their attitude. So, getting to this conclusion, you got to understand something. I'm going to drill this into your head real quick. You ready? Nuclear bombs ain't real. Nuclear bombs ain't real. Nuclear bombs ain't real. Nuclear bombs ain't real. You got it now. Let that shit sink into your head. Everything you think you know about some nuclear weapons is a lie. So that's just one little truth I learned back in 2015, amongst other truths. There's many other truths to tell. But this is a big one if you don't know, since we're supposedly doing all this World War III shit because America is no longer a global power. And this is something Americans need to realize, that America is not a global power like it used to be, definitely. But it's also not a global power like it once was. That's just a fact. It's not a global power anymore. And people say, well, the U.S. is still a little bit of a global power, but its money is bankrupt and people are getting out of its money. And you say, well, America's money has been bankrupt. Yeah, because the American government has filed. You're right. American government has not filed for bankruptcy. You know, they trying to avoid going down to come up. And that's what any smart person does. A smart person realizes where they are and approves upon it. A dumb person just keeps on pushing because they're going to fuck it up for everybody else. And that's what America's doing. They fucking it up for everybody else. They say, we can't have it. You ain't going to have it. I'll leave it with that. All right. All right. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Nuclear weapons ain't real. Mark that in your calendar. You've been lied to your whole life because nuclear weapons, the atom bomb, the nuclear bomb, none of it is real. What's up?